Lucky Boys Podcast.
But I've been looking at the Tesla.
Oh, which model?
Man. So here's the thing. Here's where let's just get the Model X and the Model S out the way.
Yeah.
It's just it came out as the first two that were like more mainstream popularized, that most consumers were purchased. Will really kind of put them on a map.
Mm-hmm.
Tesla is a large SUV and the larger sedan.
Mm.
For some reason, even though it's beautiful and or it's nice and it has more space and it has the gull-wing doors, and it has a different screen, it's, I don't know, it doesn't do anything for me. It doesn't really.
Is it too extravagant to luxury, or is it just
No. Hey, believe me, if I have it, I'll be like, yeah, awesome.
Okay.
I'm not saying that, but for some reason it just never clicked for me. I'm emotional, right?
Yeah.
Like, I think when you buy a home and when you purchase a vehicle, those are emotional purchases. Like, it has to be, has to trigger you in some way, in terms of your feelings, right? And it just never, like, I never looked at it. And I know a lot of people had, like, they look at it and they get emotional and they want to get it, and they did, and they'll spend $100K on an electric car. Cool, yep. More power to you.
$100K for an electric car?
Yeah, Model X is about $100K. Like, when you package it right,
like
in the way I want it, in the configuration I want
it
would be $100K at least. It would actually be a little over. Same thing with Model S, the way I would want, because like I don't think the entry level Model X looks nice with the stock, with the like lowest, just the way it is. Like, if you didn't really configure it, it looks minivanish to me. Like, it just doesn't look like one. And I think it's like 70, 80K.
Yeah. And
it just, like, when you leave it like that, just.
So you want something a little sporty, like sort of like a crossover between a sedan and
just
some kind of
something
SUV?
that'll, I don't know. It's just it's like a woman, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't have a type. It's like when I see her, I'll know.
You know.
Okay. Yeah, like when it's just feeling like I don't know if she's talking. Like, you see, I had, like, my ex-girlfriend was fat, right, and then my other ex-girlfriend was skinny. And they're like two different extremes, right? And I was crazy about them when I was with them. You know what I mean? So it's like, I don't know. It's just like, but it's a feeling. Like, when I'm around them, I just know. So when I see something, I just get a feeling. And the Tesla 3 I find interesting. And I'm also looking at the Tesla Model Y, which is like, it's kind of like a 3, but taller, and has a hatchback.
Yeah. It's like a crossover SUV, right? So it's very similar to a CRV, a BMW the X3?
X3, yeah, I guess more in line with that.
Yeah.
But I just find it so interesting, like, because I think it's efficient. To me, I think it looks kind of nice. Like, it's not too like raw. Look at me.
Oh yeah, definitely. I took a look at it this morning.
Yeah, it's a little more subtle. It'll blend in, but at the same time, everyone's. I've been watching their YouTube reviews and everything, and people are like, it's so much fun to drive. The thing is, now, if I get the Model 3. I'm at this weird. All right, I'm probably like very unique here. I don't know if anyone else is kind of thinking like me. The Model 3, if I get that, I would get it just the way it is in its plain configuration. Mm-hmm. Weird, but I say that because the way I would use it, the Model 3 is like, like, I think that has the most value, and all those other add-ons doesn't really change the car much for me, the way I would use it, because I wouldn't do long drives with it, right? And I wouldn't really need all the extra power, because a lot of the areas I'm driving, speed limit's like 35, 55 maybe.
Yeah.
And between New York and New Jersey and, all the cops around, is just like, it's probably not a good idea unless you want to get tickets up the ass.
Yeah.
Right. So I think the entry-level Model 3 will work for me just fine. And I don't care about all the looks and stuff like that, right? I actually think it looks nice, very subtle. But, and that's like 40,000, like $10 under 40,000, right? But the Model Y, I wouldn't get it in its raw form.
Yeah, it kind of looks weird to me.
Yeah.
The frame just looks, like you said, like a hatchback, but then it's bigger than a hatchback.
Right.
So
I think in its raw form looks kind of weird, because like they did the chrome delete, and then if you do the chrome delete and then you have the chrome rims, well, the silver rims, just to me, it's not a good look, right? Aesthetically, right? So I would definitely get like the the rims to match.
Mm-hmm.
The upgraded one was just black, and then it matches the chrome delete. And for some reason, for that car, I would want like a white interior.
Oh, I saw that.
You know,
Yeah.
I would definitely want that white interior. To me, it just goes better, like for that type of car. For me, just to because it'll feel more open.
So
It'll go
it's
with
gonna be
the
bitch to clean, no?
No, from what I hear, it's really good material.
Okay.
And like it's not gonna get like stained up like you think a white one would. A white interior would be.
Yeah, I'm sure Tesla thought about that too.
Yeah, so
Self-cleaning mode.
So I looked at the variance between the price. So it's like, so that model is like 55,000 the way I would configure it. And I'm just going, damn, 55, 56,000. So I'm just going, shit, it's like $16,000 more just to get like a nicer, to me, I think it'll be nicer looking. Absolutely. And then now I'm selling myself everything. I'm like, ooh, so that means instead of rear wheel drive, it'll have all wheel drive. It'll have the fully panoramic without that crossbar.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and it'll have the hatchback, and I could fit more shit in there, 66 cubic feet, whatever. Yeah. And then I'm going, oh yeah, and then it has a longer range, about 70 more miles. Ooh, so now I'm like selling myself all of these different things, and I'm like, and aesthetically it looks better, and it's the newest thing.
Yeah.
Now I'm like getting into like shallow territory, so I'm just like, damn. So which one do I go for?
Oh, you're thinking about the Model 3 versus the
Model Y. Yeah,
okay.
And it's crazy because like it's almost not a fair comparison. Almost not, because I'm doing the entry level Model 3 and I'm with nothing, and I'll be all right with that.
Mm-hmm.
But then the Model Y, the way it is just so enticing.
Yeah.
Like I feel like it's making me feel more. But is it making me feeling $16,000 more? I don't know.
I think the Model Y fits your lifestyle perfectly.
Yeah.
Not just based on just like the features and stuff like that, which is, I think, is important, but also the use of it. You're using it for family, right? So I think that also having that space is going to be advantageous as well. So you might have to sell your other car. So
no. I like my SUV, man. It's all paid for.
Okay.
But it's a nice car, man. It's a beast. Like it's a like I love the whole electric movement, the no gas thing. But like I also need a car that has gas, like on some, like just in case.
Yeah.
Just in case. I'm not gonna have like my garage full of like electric cars. I need one car that's gas, at least one. That's a beast, that could fit my family in, right? And through the snow, you just never know.
You never know, the apocalypse might hit, and you need something.
And you need a gas car, But what I really want is the Tesla Roadster.
I haven't seen that one.
What?
I haven't seen that. No, yeah. The Tesla Roadster.
Man,
that's sexy,
bro.
I like.
Bro,
what color would you get in?
Any color, man.
Any color. Oh.
It's like any color shows off the lines. I mean, red is probably the most poppy, but like I feel like for me, I wouldn't want to get such a strong color because it's already sexy. I'll probably want to keep it more like a little more subtle, a little more quiet. But I don't know, whatever. I'll take it in red. Whatever, man. It's hot.
Yeah,
it is sexy.
What's the price point on that?
I think for the regular version it's 200,000, and for the Founder series I think it's 250. It's sexy, man. It is sexy.
You heard it right here. We need Tesla to sponsor this podcast.
Man, it is sexy as hell. But if I have a car like that, I'd be like terrified to leave it in the street.
Oh yeah, you need a garage.
I'll have so much anxiety leaving it out there because I would just I would just love that car so much.
Yeah.
Anyway, one man can dream.